Please like the video, subscribe my channel. The man who changed his mornings. When Ryan first moved into his small apartment in the city, he believed success depended only on talent and hard work. He worked long hours at a corporate office on the 12th floor of a steel and glass tower every night. He stayed awake scrolling through his phone or watching random videos. He slept past his alarms most mornings. And when he finally dragged himself out of bed, he rushed through a quick shower, barely awake, barely present. His days felt heavy, meetings felt confusing, decisions felt rushed, opportunities slipped by unnoticed, and slowly, a dangerous belief grew inside him. Maybe I'm just unlucky. He blamed timing. He blamed circumstances. Sometimes he even blamed fate. But one evening, after another exhausting day, he visited his grandfather. The old man watched him quietly and said something simple. Your destiny doesn't begin in the office. It begins in the morning. Ryan didn't understand at first. His grandfather continued. The way you wake up, the way you cleanse yourself, the way you greet the day, that is the direction your life follows. That night, Ryan couldn't sleep. The next morning, for the first time in years, he set his alarm before sunrise. When it rang, every part of him wanted to ignore it. But something inside whispered, just try. He stepped into the bathroom. While the sky outside was still dark blue, instead of rushing, he stood quietly under the water. For the first time, he wasn't just washing his body. He was waking himself up. The cool water touched his skin, and something shifted. His breathing slowed. His thoughts cleared. It felt as if the heaviness of yesterday was flowing down the drain. That morning felt different. He didn't rush his coffee. He didn't rush his commute. At work, his mind felt sharp. In meetings, he spoke clearly. When a new project opportunity appeared, he noticed it and volunteered. Days turned into weeks. Ryan made early bathing a ritual, not a chore. He stopped sleeping past midnight. He began respecting his mornings. And something strange happened. His confidence grew. His decisions improved. His energy stabilized. People began noticing him. A promotion followed. But the biggest change wasn't external. It was internal. He realized luck had never been against him. His habits had been. When he used to wake late and bathe in a hurry, his body remained tense. His mind stayed foggy. Stress followed him throughout the day, and stressed minds don't see opportunities, they only see obstacles. Now, his mornings were calm. The early water felt like a reset button. It wasn't just cleansing his skin. It was clearing mental noise. It was signaling to his brain, we are ready. We are disciplined. We are in control. Science explains that cold or early morning showers stimulate circulation and increase alertness. But beyond science, there was something deeper, discipline. And discipline is the architect of destiny. Ryan understood something powerful. You don't change your fate overnight. You change your habits, and habits quietly reshape your fate. Bathing early became his declaration to life. I choose clarity over chaos. I choose intention over impulse. I choose action over excuses. Years later, when people asked him about his luck, he would smile. It started, he would say, when I stopped rushing my mornings. Because destiny does not suddenly appear from outside. It forms from daily order, from self-respect, from small rituals done consistently. A simple change in bathing time seemed insignificant. But that small shift changed his rhythm. His rhythm changed his mindset. His mindset changed his decisions. And his decisions changed his life. Sometimes, transformation does not begin with a grand opportunity. Sometimes, it begins with water before sunrise. And a decision to wake up, not just from sleep, but from unconscious living. The man who changed his mornings, part to the discipline that rewrote his future. Ryan thought the early mornings were the transformation, but they were only the beginning. Once he mastered waking before sunrise and bathing with awareness, something unexpected happened. He began noticing how unconscious the rest of his day had been. He used to check his phone the moment he woke up. Now he didn't. He used to rush breakfast. Now he ate slowly. He used to react. Now he responded. The water had become more than water. It was a signal, a daily reset, a quiet conversation with himself that said, lead your day, or it will lead you. The first real test 3 months. Later, a major restructuring hit his company. Departments merged. Positions were eliminated. Fear spread through the office like silent smoke. The old Ryan would have panicked. He would have stayed up late worrying. He would have overslept. He would have rushed into work stressed and unfocused. But this time was different. The morning after the announcement, he still woke before sunrise. His mind was anxious, but he stepped into the shower anyway. As the cool water touched his skin, he focused on his breathing. Slow, steady. He imagined the fear washing away, and something powerful happened, clarity. Instead of worrying about losing his job, he asked himself, how can I become valuable? Enough that they cannot ignore me? That single shift changed everything. Energy attracts opportunity. Over the next weeks, while others complained and speculated, Ryan focused. He improved his presentations. He volunteered for difficult tasks. He solved problems no one wanted to handle. His calm energy stood out. During a high-level review meeting, a senior director noticed his composure and preparation. A month later, instead of losing his position, Ryan was moved into a strategic team. Not because of luck, because of stability. And stability came from discipline. The hidden truth about fate. One evening, reflecting on everything, Ryan understood something deeper. Fate is not mystical. It is mathematical. Morning discipline gives mental clarity. Mental clarity gives better decisions. Better decisions gives better outcomes. Better outcomes gives a lucky life. Most people search for dramatic changes. New jobs, new cities, new connections, but they ignore the most powerful leverage point, their morning state. Your nervous system in the first hour of the day sets the tone for the next 12. Rush it, and chaos follows. Honor it, and control follows. The ripple effect. The change didn't stop at work. His health improved. His sleep improved. His confidence improved. He no longer blamed circumstances. When challenges appeared, he asked, what habit needs adjustment? He realized something almost shocking. For years, he had wanted a different life, but he had never built a different routine. And life always mirrors routine. The final realization. One morning, standing under the early light filtering through his bathroom window, water running over his shoulders, he smiled. The city outside was still quiet, and for the first time in his life, he felt ahead, not behind. He whispered to himself, winning the morning is winning myself. Success didn't feel like a distant mountain anymore. It felt like a series of small, daily victories. Wake up, cleanse, focus, act, repeat. And that was the secret. Not magic, not astrology, not luck. Just awareness practiced daily, because destiny is not written in the stars. It is written in the first hour after you wake up. And Ryan had finally learned to write his own.